Welcome to Fastang 444. In this game, you can see it's late in the game. There's 12 drivers left. I'm in this Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. There's a car over here I'm chasing. I'm running into trees. They wind up being also in a level 9 Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. I continue running into trees. At this point, I really thought I had just lost the entire race. I get on the drag strip between the pyramids here and Teotihuacan. They are actually off to the left there. I know there's a gap here that I shoot, and the finish is on the northeast side of Horizon Street scene. I go through the middle of the cloverleaf. They went through a cloverleaf and lost a lot of speed there, and I am able to take the lead just before I get over to the finish. There are a couple buildings off on the left, and I slow down so I don't go outside of the arena. That was actually unexpected that I won this, but I did. I'm in position for the final showdown. There isn't enough time to complete a head-to-head in this. Driver with the odd gamer tag comes along and they are wasting their time.
Get ready for the final showdown!
Between the perimeter and the bridge that's ahead is the point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 1. The range of time to leave is 22 to 25 seconds. I will leave at 22 seconds. I second-guessed my timing and slowed down through here. I prefer to exit at 3 seconds with speed, but it's not a problem in this race. I am the only one that attempted to time their exit. And it looks like the finish is on the south side of the river. So I will open up the map here, and I can see that the finish is towards the entrance into the tunnels. I call that Tunnel Road, over near the hacienda that's in the field. So I will roughly follow along this road and take the bridge that's ahead. Some fencing and guardrails, slowing down, losing a lot of speed. Cut this turn and get over on the bridge. Actually like to use the side of this hill here for a banked right turn. Now just over towards the finish. I can see the hacienda there on the right. I will go just left of it. As I thought, the finish is right at the entrance into Tunnel Road. I like pausing when it flashes the 4 closest drivers that are in the game. Sometimes it's more defined than others.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati!
In this game, I started on the west coast, as you can see, and I was going over to take a peek at this drop, which I am glad I did. 41 drivers left, and I am in a level 8 Nissan GTR. I only engaged in 2 head-to-heads in this game. As I'm getting in position, I look over and I can see a level 9 Andretti Beetle and a level 10 Lamborghini Centenario that winds up coming over into the left lane. This is the point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 1. The range of time to leave is 22 to 25 seconds. I will leave it 22 seconds, although I decide to go in the right lane in the last moment just before the race, and I may be slightly late on my exit due to that. I was the only one that attempted to exit with any amount of speed, so exiting at 2 seconds isn't a problem. The finish point appears. It looks as though it is on or very close to the highway. I will open up the map in the straightaway ahead. Opening the map in a turn can cause you to crash off-road, and when I do open up the map for a moment, see the finish is on the highway, so this should be a very easy win.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
This game, actually, I started in what I call the greenhouse area, one of my favorite areas. I know it well. It's more of a central location in the east, and it's very open. I'm not driving around into trees. Did find a Audi RS6 and then came over here and look what I found. A level 8 MG Metro right at the beginning. I did engage in a head-to-head right away and will wind up in a level 9 very early on in this game. In this game, a highly skilled player is eliminated, Spartak. I've seen him numerous times. They may have done me a favor.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
This is the point that I like to leave from, just east of the bridge in the left lane, so no one can ram me off the top of the bridge. This is Arena 3. The range of time to leave is 22 to 26 seconds. I will leave at 23 seconds. A perfect exit with speed right at 3 seconds. Only 1/2 of a second remaining on the timeout bar. And when the finish appears, it appears to be just south of the highway ahead. Possibly very close to the highway. I'll see when I get a little closer, and as I get a little closer I can see it's, as I thought, just south of the highway. And I open up the map, I can see it's over around the dry riverbed. I've seen this finish point before, so I know once I clear this intersection to veer over to the left. There is a gap that is through the trees in the line of this road here, but there is a tree that is in the line of the finish, so I know to slow down and go around this tree, and as I do, Here comes a Hoonigan RS200 just behind me, and a third Hoonigan RS200 comes in just behind them. That was a close finish, but I got the win. Lost to You again tried influencing the finish east in a Jeep Trackhawk.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
I had previously opened up the map, and I know that the final arena is going to be around Atlantis to Tula, and that is the direction head-to-heads will lead. And here comes this MG Metro that crossed my path, so off I go. I'd say off we go, but they were kind of left behind there, going sideways from the direction of the head-to-head, so I have a decent lead on them. So I just need to get through a few trees here. I will go left of this bridge. Between the greenhouses and these two roads that kind of parallel here. Go between them and get on this road just for a short section. And I can see the finish is, it's actually on the dirt road that is southeast of Atlantis to Tula. Normally the finish point is just on the south side of Atlantis to Tula, but because of where the head-to-head originated, it goes to this dirt road, which is a perfect place to stay and snipe cars that complete head-to-heads and veer over to this intersection that is just ahead. And that's what I did. I wound up engaging in 2 more head-to-heads from this point and wound up in a Brocky, which is what I am in now. I will jump ahead where I am getting in position for the final showdown. Just on the other side of this intersection is the point that I like to leave from, right here.
Heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
This is the point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 8. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave it 23 seconds. It appears as though these other vehicles are going random directions trying to influence the finish. Where the road bends to the right there, I will go to the left. Unfortunately, I hit this bump and am on my rear wheel as I exit, spin out, lose a lot of speed. Not too bad though. I didn't roll over and reset, and the finish is straight ahead. It appears as though it is very close to Guanajuato or in Guanajuato. I'll know more when I open up the map ahead. Get on the road that goes through the Cloverleaf and alongside Horizon Street scene, opening up the map in the straightaway so I don't crash. And the finish is in Guanajuato. I've seen this finish point before. Go to the right once I clear those buildings and trees and go left of this intersection. I'll pause this coming up. Look at all those obstructions that are off on the right that I avoid. Now I am trying to get in line of a H-shaped pattern of roads. On the left edge of the H is where I want to go into Guanajuato. Perfect. Just take this over to the finish for the win. There isn't even another car on the mini-map. Very easy win.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
just took, as you can see, this level 6 Porsche. And I'll speed this part up. There's this car over on the right. I'm trying to get in position to challenge them and then start heading the direction of a head-to-head. And there's a third vehicle that is around as well. Fortunately, I am in a head-to-head with a Nissan GTR. Off I go. They are heading away from the direction of a head-to-head, so I have a bit of a jump on them. And the finish is on the east side of Teotihuacan, the pyramid strip, and they make a fatal error of going along the west side of Teotihuacan, the pyramid strip. So I will be able to beat them and take one of my favorite cars in this game, the Nissan GTR. It has actually near level 10 speeds. I wound up going down this dirt road, and I usually will snipe cars that are on the intersection ahead, but here comes a Lamborghini Murcielago, and I think they were actually trying to ram me, and they wound up going across the road, and I think possibly hit a tree. So I was able to level up and eliminate a potential threat in the final showdown in this head-to-head. I'll jump ahead where I am in the Brocky down that dirt road, and the arena is shrinking, and I will pull ahead and get in position for the final showdown. And while I am doing that, someone just completed a late head-to-head and gets into a Mercedes AMG 1. Just beyond this intersection is the point that I like to leave from, right here.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown. Final showdown begins in 30 seconds.
This is the point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 8. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave at 22 seconds. Road angles to the right, I will go slightly to the left, and I make the same mistake. I am slightly in a turn as I exit on my rear wheel, and I am avoiding that shed and barn though on this line. The next point that I am going towards is the intersection that is ahead. Either through the intersection or the end of the greenhouse is fine. And the other two drivers in this game influenced the finish. It appears to be towards the stadium, possibly northwest of the stadium. I'll see a little better as I get done spinning out and regain my composure here. I am now in third place. After that, have some ground to make up. It does appear as though the finish is northwest of the stadium. So I will go along this road here and try and take a direct route. I have to be a bit drastic at this point because I was in third place for a moment. I got a clean run right through those trees, fortunately. And it looks like the other two drivers had some issues running into some obstructions, so I'll get this win in.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
This game I will start at Atlantis de Tula, and when the game was starting I did see a drop nearby, but it puts you on a road nearby, so a great start actually, a level 6 Audi RS7. But I did see a drop over here in the distance, and I'm glad I came and took a look. A Nissan GTR right at the beginning. And I wound up engaging in a head-to-head immediately with this car that was nearby. So I wound up in a level 9 with 44 drivers left in the game. So right at the beginning of the game, I am in a level 9. So this is a perfect start to this game. And I wound up engaging in another head-to-head, just 2 head-to-heads, and wound up in a Brocky, which I am getting in position for the final showdown. And I thought it was funny, this car was above me and I engaged in a head-to-head with them as they tumbled off the top of the bridge and reset on top of the bridge there.
Final showdown begins in 30 seconds.
This is the point that I like to leave from, between the perimeter and the bridge that's ahead in the left lane. This is Arena 12. The range of time to leave is 16 to 18 seconds. I actually should leave it 16 seconds. I leave it 15 seconds because I am a bit distracted.
Final showdown in 3, 2.
Fortunately, even though I was distracted, I was the only one that attempted to time their exit with speed. I have a decent lead, and when the finish point appears, it appears to be in the southeast, possibly the direction of Atlantis de Tula. So I will continue on this line. Once I cross the bridge, there will be a yellow billboard. That is the point that I know I can turn to the right. And normally, when I see this finish point, I would go between the greenhouses, but there is a temporary festival site that was in that line, so I have to go left of the greenhouses. And unfortunately, the tree. Fortunately, the Funko has difficulty getting through the trees as well. Then spins out facing the wrong direction. So off I go. Back in the lead. I have my lead back. And the finish appears to be through a grove of trees that's ahead. I'll go around most of them to the left, but I do have to go through them. So we'll angle over towards the finish now. Try not hitting any more trees, which I don't, for the win.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
In this game, I started in the far east near this traffic circle, and I'll speed the beginning part up. There weren't any drops nearby, so I start heading over this direction, looking for drops, and along the way, here comes this car that is going away from the direction of a head-to-head in a level 7 Porsche Cayenne. So if I could get a clean run through here, I should be able to actually beat them. And I actually know this path well. This is a route that I would take in a final showdown. So the finish is towards Teotihuacan. I'll go through the gap in the trees here on the left. Angle over towards this road once I am beyond the traffic circle. They are taking a more direct route, which is what I should have done when I opened up the map. It was a slight miscalculation on my part. I was trying to guess where I thought the finish would be. I thought it would be on the south side of the pyramid strip. It is not. It's over near this pyramid here, around the east side of the pyramid strip, Teotihuacan. So I get there just in time. They're coming in quick as I cross the finish.
Opponent eliminated!
With this head-to-head, I wound up engaging in 4 more head-to-heads, so I had 5 head-to-heads this game. And I am just getting in position for the final showdown now. I just left where I was at around Horizon Mexico Festival site. Once I get just before this bridge that's ahead, around this triangular shaped intersection, I will turn and face east.
Get ready for the final showdown!
Someone was outside of the arena and was eliminated by the arena. This is the point that I like to leave from between the ravine and the triangular shaped intersection. This is Arena 16. The range of time to leave is 20 to 23 seconds. I will leave it 21 seconds. I second guess my timing through here and am not accelerating like I should. By my standards, I am late on my exit. I am 1 second behind this Hoonigan RS200 that comes over and tries to bump me, which I would have tried the same possibly. And I can see this finish point. I've seen this before. I pretty much need to follow along this road, but I don't do very well going through this turn. This Funko took a direct line and wound up spinning out in front of me. The Hoonigan RS200 is taking a direct line through the lava field. So now that I've recomposed myself, I just need to try and keep it on the road here. So far, so good. Once I get beyond this lava that's ahead here, I know I can angle over towards the finish. And the Hoonigan RS200 ran into something back there, most likely some lava. Just beyond these buildings to the finish for the win.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
I'll show you my little find that I had in this game. A level 7 Ford Bronco. You may recognize where I am at. I am up the volcano mountain.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown. Final showdown begins in 30 seconds.
Just right of these boulders is the point that I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from, directed towards what I call the gap, the dark green down the side of the mountain. This is Arena 18. The range of time to leave is 13 to 14 seconds. I will leave it 14 seconds.
Final showdown in 3, 2, 1, go!
When the finish point appears, it appears to be west of Muley. So I will go left of this triangular shaped intersection. You can see the boulders there on the right I avoid on this line. Now just go through Horizon, Mexico. Once I am through Horizon, Mexico, I can angle over towards the finish. I clip this cactus and it causes me to do a slight barrel roll, partial spin out, but not enough to lose the lead. Now I can just angle over towards the finish and slow down as I go over this final hill towards the finish so I don't miss the finish pin. Right over it for the win.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
Thanks for watching Fastang 444. I hope you enjoy my video along with all of my videos. And if you do, what are you waiting for? Click that link on the bottom right and subscribe.